on the first playthrough, and if you don't get that, well, ew. Because then you're stuck either waiting for the gloves, or you have to rerun the back through the main door.
Well, we have a boomerang to start on a race to the castle that we will inevitably lose. But probably better that we do lose that. We did get an early on map check. We got 2 pendants. Green pendant at Desert, blue pendant at Eastern, and a non-5/6 crystal at Hera.
Nice. So that little bit of information tells us a lot of items that are already required for the end game. So we know that we definitely need the Cane of Samaria at some point. And it's hammer time!
It is, in fact, hammer time.
So the good news is we can figure... Oh, and the stun prize is 4 bombs. So that's like the perfect starting combination.
Well, the seeds being nice to start, who knows if that is how it's going to continue. We also got a Quake medallion in the Uncle Tunnel.
So the runners actually did something I was about to say. It's like one of the best things you can try to do, especially with an early enough boomerang or hook shot, is to check the stun prize, because it can literally be anything. And it's consistent throughout the seeds. So knowing that you have bombs as the stun prize, you basically get to save 50 rupees in buying bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because... Again, that stun prize can make or break your run. Just to go back on past preference and a seed that I played, I had early knowledge of the stun prize being a full magic restore, and that came back to help me like 3 times. In Turtle Rock, and I run out of magic at the Dark Maze, where you're on the Samaria platforms. I had to go back around to the side room.
Ouch.
No, it wasn't ouch, because I had to just stun the thing and then killed it for the full magic pot, and that was good.
Yeah. But I mean that's the thing with normally at this point we're watching runners having to be judicious with whatever item they got, but because of this setup, they're just going as fast as they can to go get Zelda and take her back to Sanctuary. But, you know, if we had, to your point, if we were given bombs, you know, you absolutely need 7 of those 10 bombs. If you have the Cane of Burna, you gotta conserve magic on that thing in order to get all the way through.
Oh, yeah. And even then, even with something like the Fire Rod, you only get 8 shots. You need to make them count. It is easy to miss.
Now, dungeons and randomizer, their items are put within the dungeon. We're going to need that small key to get through the Dark Cross room, so it was required to be one of the first 4 items. So, good to see that in Zelda Cell.
Yep. Either there or Dark Cross, I think, are the best 2 locations, really. And of course, the same thing could hold true for open mode, if we're just going to talk just open mode real fast. Because the escape sequence is still open to do, but that small key could literally be anywhere. It could be in the Dark Cross, it could be in the front half, and it could be in the back half.
Sanctuary also technically counts in that item pool, so it can even be in the Sanctuary chest.
Alright. So everyone coming up on the throne room. It's not uncommon to see 6 to 7 minute escapes. I forget what vanilla times are usually looking like. It's been a while. So, what do you surmise these runners will possibly do after the escape sequence? All head to CAC, some save and quit, go to South Shore. What do you think?
I would imagine Kakariko. That's usually what most runners do. As we said, as one of our trackers has pointed in chat, they're speculating because of the bombs do you go ahead and do South Shore first? I, personally, because of standard mode, I would just go right for Kakariko. But that's, the thing is that's all the runner's preference at this point.
Yep. We've seen... I've been around, so I've seen a lot of different strategies. We sometimes have sometimes they go get a lumberjack check. Some people go straight to the forest. Some people go to South Shore. Some people go to Eastern. So, everything's open, so it's just who gets lucky and who finds what. And nothing in the back.
Other than more bombs and some cash.
Cash is good. Yeah, with everyone hovering right at about 100 rupees and at least 40 rupees in Kakariko and Blind's Hut in the back of the well, they'll be pretty good for cash right now. Zora withstanding, of course.
Well, there's another 50 in this, taking the plate for taking the money from the offering plate, and from here,
taking the money from the tithe box. Jeez.
Yeah, well, what do you know? But from here, the world is a runner's oyster.
All right, let's see where people go. I always make the joke at the back of the tavern. It's like, hey, they're taking from the tip jar.
Oh, Lin is and Seto also. They're heading for that lumberjack check and 20 rupees from the tree pole.
And just hearts from our bush crab friend.
I missed what was in Lost Woods, but it wasn't of importance because Illis just turned right around.
Oh, Aga required.
Ooh,
Fire rod.
Ouch! Ay, yeah.
No, is that ice rod or is that fire rod?
Looked
reddish to me.
Chat's saying it's ice rod.
Chat's saying ice rod. Okay, I think I got my colors mixed up a little bit on my monitor here. Sorry. All right, Aga potentially required.
That's honestly the most cruel it could be. Because if Turtle Rock, at this point, most likely Turtle Rock is a crystal, but there's still a 1 in 7 chance that it's a pendant. But we don't know if if it's a pendant, we don't know if we have to kill Trinex either for an item or for the pedestal.
Right.
We also got a bottle in the Lost Woods hut, so we are going to get a sick kid check once we get there.
Oh, that's good. At least you can take out all of Kakariko. Yep, so again, my apologies on that. It looked red to me. I might want to get my eyes checked.
When you're having that quick of a look and you only have that little speck of pixels to look at, you can miss it.
Fair enough.
And we got a blue shirt in the well. Man, return on investment from the bottle vendor is pretty high today.
He's finally... he's giving back today. Yay! Are we sure this is Kakariko Village, or is this the Village of Outcasts? Because there's, like, a ton of money.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Chat is already getting evil thoughts about the possibility of Aga plus Turtle Rock. I love it. Let's put boots on laser bridge with... Oh, like, oh, that is cruel.
But progression-wise, so far, we haven't really found much.
No, not much at all.
Not even at the race game.
Wow. So only one item in Kakariko being the bottle. You didn't get a mail upgrade, but that's not progression. At least bottle could lead to progression.
Alright, so Illis was the set out of CAC. Looks like they're gonna go check and see what's on Lake Hylia Island. Just the 20 bucks.
And straight to Eastern. I like the play.
Meanwhile, Gus is gonna head for South Shore.
I mean, pretty much any play right now is pretty good.
Yeah, I would be, with having the cash for Zora, I would be thinking about doing a fake flipper, but you would kind of want the Moon Pearl so you could water walk and also check Waterfall of Wishing. Well, there's a Power Glove, so Zora is in logic.
There we go. As a runner, I don't know if this would be pestering me or not, but the fact that I already would have gotten the glove, I would heavily consider Sequence Breaking Turtle Rock. Or not Turtle Rock, Sequence Breaking Death Mountain to check Turtle Rock. Get the Dark World access.
Well, you wouldn't be able to get to Turtle Rock just yet. You'd still need Titansmiths.
Right, but getting that map check to know, it's like, okay, do I have to go do act?
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Just go Dark World without having the Moon Pearl just to do the map check. I like the idea.
Yeah, but then again, oh, hook shot, hello.
We got hook shot in at the bottom of the dam.
Now I'm definitely considering doing Death Mountain.
I mean, that now gets you Paradox Cave. It's out of logic because you don't have the lamp, but I'd still consider it.
And of course, I'm saying that with forgetting the fact that we already have the hammer. So it's like, well, wait, we have hammer and glove. We can check Dark World at any time at this point. We don't have to go up Death Mountain. And Gus found a flute. So, about that Death Mountain access.
We also had an S word.
S word. Wow. And a shovel. It's like, jeez, many Moldarm is stacked.
I mean, considering how vacant Kakariko was, the progression had to be somewhere.
True. Well, let's see what we find in Eastern. We've already found one item, the 20 rupees. Yeah, okay, big key, not surprising.
Alright, so we got 2 runners going to activate a flute. Unique item requires a bomb. Lin
succeeded that.
Strikes the earth for a heart container.
Yeah, unique item requires a bomb. Well, we had 2 unique items that are behind a bomb so far. So, hooray, useless hints. No, not useless for Illos, but we already know.
So yeah, now with the flute, Death Mountain would be in logic except for the old man, his item that he has. Illis down to 1 heart, makes his way through the dark room. Again, see, this is out of logic without said lamp.
Oh, dead rocked on Seto's end.
Ugh, those dead rocks.
Oh, couldn't get the damage boost.
And out goes Illis.
Okay, so item on Armos Knights. Well, let's see what the old man has for us. Ah, a bottle with red potion. Cherry Kool-Aid.
Very nice.
Nice refreshing drink.
Illis is now heading south and about to get their treasure trove of items.
Mountain Dew Coderhead, I like that idea. Oh, we found $1.
Also found some swag.
Nice. Go to the next room. Okay. Okay. I think. Yeah. I guess that seems like it saves a little bit of time to do that. Okay. I was questioning Seto's save and quit from there, but makes a little bit of sense.
I mean, you're looking at it right now, kind of still even. It really depends on if you could do the bomb jump, which Lynn was able to do.
Right. So yeah. So I guess the save and quit does save time over having to hoof it. So that makes sense. See, learning something new.
Alright, now we got 7 items in Paradox Cave.
Alright, what can we find? Mirror.
Mirror. We can get to Hera now.
Oh, we can. Well, we had access to Hera anyway.
Oh, right, because the hammer. Duh.
Yep. I was about to call the mirror too. I was actually going to call the mirror Ed Flippers.
Well,
for some weird reason. So that
there's
worked.
Flippers and
Silvers,
silver arrows and the lamp. Holy cow!
Hype Cave 2.0.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to honor Hyrule, we ask that you join us for this time once again for the playing of the National Swag Deck Anthem. And the Hawk's about to rock, and we salute you. So Lynn is going to continue on. Looks like we're heading for Hera with that.
That makes sense. It is a crystal dungeon, and we can fully clear it. So let's see what we can find. Ah, chat, why are you being cruel? They're wishing the Moon Pearl to be at Checkerboard Cave. Well, looks like we're not taking Gary his lunch today.
Also, looks like we need a coffee break, and Lynn decides I don't need coffee right now.
Interesting choice. Or did you forget it was a crystal? I think they forgot it was a crystal.
Yeah, they're heading back in now.
That's why I was like, interesting.
Alright, so we've got all the runners converging on Death Mountain at this point. Lynn's trying to dip, dive, dodge, and just not die. Ooh, but takes a tile to the face and press F to pay respects. Seto took a death warp, but got the mirror. Could have just... Well, the health probably would help.
Alrighty, let's see what else is on the climb. Can we get the ever elusive the Tower of Hera? Big key is fire locked in the Tower of Hera. Can we get that as the hint?
Alright, well, item first. Compass. Hint. Just a joke hint. At least this time the joke was intentional.
Yeah.
There's $20. Ooh, Seto, was a little off and has to climb back down, so now Lyn and Seto are gonna be in sync heading into the big troll. Or at least was.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta be careful staying on the ledge. 3 hammer swings will do it. Seto's trying to use Fighter Sword, but that'll get the troll angry.
And the 10 bomb pack.
So no items but a crystal for Lyn. And Seto takes care of the angry troll.
Okay. Well, those flippers help out, because now that puts all of the water stuff into logic. Oh no!
Ooh. Gus fell down the troll hole. So, only check we really have left here is Spiral Cave. And that'll be it for Death Mountain.
In before mitts. Ah, Berta, there it is.
Alright.
Alright, so we have Zora area. I believe we still have Agina.
that's about it.
That's about it, yeah. I can't think of anything else.
Gotta have something in one of those locations.
So we're looking for either a sword, a cape, or the moon pearl.
Now, both Lynn and Seto have not been to Eastern yet, so they still gotta get their power glove there. Alright, nothing in the waterfall.
So we have 3 checks left, it looks like.
Next one is Zora Ledge for a red shirt.
I might grab that.
It's useful. Not progression worthy, but useful. We actually still have Hobo. So we actually have 3 checks
Oh, that's
now.
right. Yeah, now we're at 3. Yeah, I forgot about Hobo. Yeah, Hobo, Zora, and Nagina.
Speaking of Zora, there once was a fish named Zora. He gives you flippers in vanilla. And random he sucks for 500 bucks. We did this stupid trek for AGA access.
Uh-oh. So, Aga is now in logic. However, if Agina or the Hobo have that moon pearl, it could be a wild goose chase. Oh!
Hobo with the pearl!
Oh boy! So, Aga is still in play. But now we have Dark World access, so now the question... do we need it?
We're probably about to find out. Gus is about to head to Dark World for Hype Cave. Seto is gonna get the Moon Pearl. I think Lynn is making the play for Aga. And Turtle Rock is a pendant. Or Crystal, sorry.
Okay, so it is required. Okay, oh, Lynn does have the...
Thieves Town is the other pendant.
And what were our 5 6s?
I think I saw Skullwoods was one of them. I didn't have a chance to check what the other one was.
We got Pod. Okay, that's what it was.
Alright, so even though this is not going to work out for Lynn in terms of Dark World access, because of the Ice Rod being on the Lumberjack Ledge and Turtle Rock being a crystal, you're gonna have to do Aga in this seed no matter what.
Correct.
Which Seto is joining Lynn on that ascent. And we got the means to get said Ice Rod because Boots were in Hype Cave.
Nice. Yep. And Leximus Prime does ask the important question, what can we expect on the pedestal? What do we have available? We have a bow.
That can't be there because of Eastern.
Eastern, correct. Fire Rod, is that possible? Yes, it is.
Book.
Bombos and Ether, Book, Mushroom, Powder, Samaria.
Yeah, we got some stuff.
This could be good.
Unique item is in the Spiral Cave. Gee, thanks, game. It's not like we already got that.
So the only downside for Gus is that he has the fighter sword and he needs to go visit Zora. He might wrap that in with Catfish.
Doing Swamp Palace, which a lot of runners hate Swamp Palace, mostly because of I get the diverging paths and whatnot. But there's still 6 items here, and it is full clearable at this point.
Good call. Oh, I just realized another item that could be on pedestal.
What's that?
How about the Titan's mitts?
That is a possibility.
Ah, this is gonna be good. So we got a pretty hype pet index. I've never seen it this high in a while, so... Alright, let's see how cruel Aga is today.
He either fires yellow balls, which you can throw back at him, and blue balls, which you can't. Pattern is guaranteed yellow, 3 randos, lightning, spin again. So the max can be 15. Chat, how many do you think we're getting? Alright, here's the required yellow. And we got one.
There's one. Let's bring out our inner Sesame Street. Two blue balls. Ah.
I know that's a thing some commentators do. I just refuse to. Like, my means only go so far.
Fair enough. It's almost as bad as when I'm playing Rando on my streams, what I do for the Bottle Vendor and Zora.
Oh, there's 3. Last one to be randomized. There's 4.
Oof. Alright, one more to end it.
5.
We can get a maximum of 7.
There's 6.
There's 6. Oh boy. It is 7!
7!
That is a lot of blue balls.
I have one of my old... Ooh, Gus taking a death. I have one of my old college professors for one of my programming classes in my head doing Charlie Brown 7-11 from Craps going on right now. But enough with flashbacks. 20 bucks on the Pyramid Ledge, and Lynn has not been to Hobo to get the pearl, so... Only gonna walk around as a bunny at this point. Should also point out that we had Little Red Riding Hood in chat. Oh, also Balame. Balame was first, Little Red Riding Hood was second with 7, so congratulations to both of them. You have won a year's supply of nothing.
Alright, so Lynn's going to go get their Moon Pearl, and we're probably going to be like, really? That's right.
Yeah, really. Now again, for those that are just tuning in, we know the Ice Rod is on the Lumberjack Ledge, and Turtle Rock is a crystal, so you're gonna have to kill Aga at some point to get the Ice Rod.
Yep, and I forget who all knows I forget who all has this knowledge. Not everybody has this knowledge.
I think it was Lynn and Seto were the two, which actually would make sense. Lynn and Seto, I think, were the two that did the Lumberjack check.
Yeah,
and they're the two that killed Aga.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Well, the bright side is that when and if they find a fire rod, they'll probably check Lumberjack after they do Skull Woods and when they're doing the Bumper Cave check.
Now, Gloves, meanwhile, were in Sahasrala's closet, and Seto and Lin both don't have them.
Yeah, this is one of those weird rarity instances where all the runners have different modes of Dark World transportation. The ones that killed Aga are missing the glove, and the ones who didn't kill Aga have the glove.
Alright, Argus time.
Nice catch.
And now spin to win.
Yeah, somebody in chat is pointing this out. All 4 of our runners are in the same dungeon.
That is, I mean, it's been... Well, I don't want to say linear, because the thing is, you could have... Well, you go to Pod, you can't finish it. Thieves Town, you could go to and finish.
Yeah.
So there is... Oh, it's not linear, but Swamp is the closest dungeon with the most items, so that is what all of our runners are deciding to do.
Yeah. I mean, granted, yeah, we have 6 items in Swamp, but then we have 7 items in the Village of Outcasts. We have 2 items in Skull, which theoretically we might not be able to get to. And then Knowledge of the Bumper Cave. It's like a lot of possibilities everywhere.
Gus is gonna go visit our old friend Stumpy.
Oh, what do you have for us today, Stumpy? Do you have anything good?
Nope. Just a little bit of love.
Could be good. Usually isn't, but it could.
And Gus is gonna strike the earth for more love. Also gonna do a South Grove check while we're here. Just more money, and then we'll probably head over for the digging game.
Seems likely. Dig game, then go to Village of Outcasts' likely play. This is still really making me wonder what's on Agena. I think worst possible scenario for the runners would be book on Agena with second glove in desert.
I think the runners would probably prefer if the book was in desert, so that you needed the glove on pedestal to get the book.
That works too. Zero progression in Swamp. Wow.
This is why some runners absolutely hate Swamp Palace.
Yep, much preferred to go mode if possible, but again, 6 items this early and at full access, you can't really pass them.
Chad also correcting me, I forgot with Desert being a pendant. If the gloves were on the pedestal, the book couldn't be in desert. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the only reason I didn't mention that one. I was like, wait, can that be done? No, I don't think so.
Alright, Ellis is gonna go check on Catfish. Gus is heading for Skullwoods. Well, heading, he's already there. Finally getting a little bit of route divergence.
Are both items going to be fire rod locked?
Nope.
Oh, there's one.
It's just a big 20, though. Oh!
Speaking of the fire rod...
certain Catfish has it today.
Wow, both fish folk had good stuff. That does not happen often. So, fire rod with the Catfish, ice rod on Lumberjack, Master
Titan's Mitts at Bumper Cave.
Oh, and it's cape required. Wow. This seat is mean. So now, where's the cape? Well, we can roll out 3 dungeons outright.
Yep. I think right now, chat is really hoping the cape is on the pedestal.
Oh god, that is a possibility. Oh. If cape is on pedestal, then by proxy, it's Titan's Mitts on pedestal, so that works out. Oh, Chad is being cruel. Cape in Spite Cave. That would be mean. Alright, so it looks like we got the Bonkrock's King's Tomb Graveyard Ledge check.
King's Tomb is all that's left. Illis is on his way to fight him off.
And another bottle. Raspberry Kool-Aid.
Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
I guess. Kind of blue-greenish, I guess. I'll give it. And considering I don't drink soda anymore, but nice moth fight.
Very nice. Not perfect, but nicely done.
They only had a book to check the pedestal, right?
Yep. Gus is about to get the rude awakening about where said fire rod was.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, really? Really? So in theory, we are only a Canis Samaria away from Turtle Rock access.
You still would need the cape, because you would still need Titan's Mitts.
That's true, yeah, I forgot about that.
Seto is heading for Pod.
I like the play.
And we got a bee in a bottle from the waterfall fairy.
Bee in a bottle for the refill. Not ideal, but could be good.
Seto finally about to get the glove.
And Gus is gonna... Are we gonna see rage slashes with his new sword? I guess not.
Yeah.
Illus with the information.
Information about Titan's mitts and Ice Rod.
At the same time. That's good. Kind of good news.
And I think Gus is on his way to getting the information about the Ice Rod as well. So now everyone knows what's going on. You gotta beat Aga 1 to get the Ice Rod to go finish off Turtle Rock.
I was gonna say, Gus, you see the long stick. You know what it is. And it ain't an arrow. Seto clearing out Eastern first. I like the idea.
Yep. Still gonna be stuck without the bow for the Armos Knights.
Yeah, but he's right outside of Pod, so when he gets out of Eastern, he'll go into Pod, be like, all right, let's see if I can find the bow in here. And if he does, hey, I can clear Pod, and then I can go kill the Armos Knights.
True. Alright, well, while we have a minute to, as everyone's kind of double backing, please remember that we're getting quite the show here from Illus, Lin, and Seto10987 and Gus, so please be sure to give all of them follows on Twitch. We certainly appreciate, I'm sure they will appreciate it, and as well as giving a shout out to our trackers, Link40 and Literally Jen. They're keeping track of all the items in our, that we obviously cannot see from having to watch all 4 runner streams, so shoutouts to them.
Yep. Trackers are the unsung hero of all the randomizer races.
Now, Lynn sees that the first glove is in Bumper Cave, but still has not been to Saha to realize that's the second.
Well, at this point, they do know it is a Titan's Mint, because they can't get to that glove without having a glove.
But Lynn is the first one to actually get the Ice Rod.
Yeah, Lynn, I believe, is experienced enough to know that that is going to be the Titan's Mitts. So now the question, where is that first glove, Lynn? Where have you not been? I mean, I can understand putting off Eastern because of the pendant. I fully understand that.
I mean, the way the seed's set up, Ether in the brewery, technically that still could be the first glove.
How so?
Because, okay, because we got Flute and Hook Shot in South Shore, which then took us up to get Flippers in, Paradox Cave, and then the Moon Pearl was on Hobo. So, Kana Samaria and Thieves Town. So,
oh boy.
As far as Lynn knows at this point, Lynn could still be under the presumption that you had to do Aga 1 for Dark World access as well.
Oh yeah, they can be under that presumption right now, because they didn't check a Sphere 1. But I'm saying as a player by the logic, because there is no way to obtain that glove without having a glove, they know that that's the Titan's Mitts.
Oh, right. Duh.
Yeah, I was like, I want to hear your reasoning behind this. What you were saying made sense, though, so I will give you that one.
Well, your reasoning was a lot more secure.
A little bit, but I mean, then again, you might have had something that I didn't realize. That's a possibility as well. So
no, that was me like going back over my notes, trying to figure out the logic chain, and then was like, "Hey, idiot! It's a lot easier than to figure out what's going on than you thought it was."
Overcomplication. That is one of my weak points, but yeah. Oh my goodness. Did you catch the hint?
No. What did I miss?
The bow is cape locked. It is in Misery Mire.
Oh, wait. Oh! Oh! Oh!
That is me. Pedestal is effectively dead. Pedestal is dead, actually. I don't think there's anything that can be on Pedestal at this point based on that end. Actually, no, there is one thing that could be on Pedestal still, guys. There is still one thing. It can be Bombos for Turtle Rock access.
Yeah.
That is the only thing it can be. Or a fetch quest to get said Bombos. Or to get said Bombos. Man, one hint just kills Pedestal. That is...
And there's the cape.
Well, then. Yeah, let's get out of there and go get your mitts.
Which also would lead us to which illustrates.
And they're gonna go get their bow. Yeah, they're gonna go.
Yeah. Okay, question since here would be my question.
Yes.
Actually, never mind. Okay, here's what I would no, actually, I'm gonna ask it. Okay. In theory, we're in kind of pseudo-go mode at this point. It's really just a matter of, does Turtle Rock require Bombos? Do you go...
we are. Yeah, we are in Schrodinger's no mode, is what I like to call it.
So, do you go check Turtle Rock now?
Yes. I would check Turtle Rock now because that Titan's Mist just actually opened up Hookshot Cave, Super Bunny. It unlocks Turtle Rock. Actually, in Illus's case, no. I go fight Aga first, knowing that we need the Ice Rod, but now Turtle Rock is completable, because if you go up there and you can complete it, you're probably going to complete it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mire is... Quake.
Well, we knew Mire could not be Bombos. We knew that much. Well, it could have been Bombos, but then that would have killed Pedestal completely.
Alright, so Lynn and Gus have the knowledge of where the bow is at this point. I would say the race is on at this point.
I would concur. All right, I'm just trying to think of anything else that we're missing where what we can need. I think we're literally just looking for bombos. We would like to find another sword if possible, but we have the bare minimum.
You've got silvers. At this point, bombos would be the only thing you'd be well, alright, Lynn hasn't been to Catfish yet to get the fire rod, so there's that.
Alright, that's the easy one.
Unfortunately, we also need the other one, because that's where the big key is.
True. So Thieves Town was the MVP today. Gives us all the information.
Have we found all 4 items in Thieves Town?
I do not believe so.
How cruel would it be if Blind had bombos?
Very. But I'm not 100% on that, as I was not paying attention to the item count.
Alright. Our tracker link Force 0 is saying that we've found 3 items, so there is an item on Blind.
Oh boy. To answer your question in chat, does Illis know about the ice rod? Yes, all 4 runners know about the ice rod. 2 have obtained it.
So now Gus is making his play for Aga 1 for the ice rod. Illis, meanwhile, is continuing on into Mire and about to make their way over to the Eyeball Shooting Gallery.
Six, 7, 8, 9.
10 and 11. Blink and you miss it. Vitreous down.
You know, fight him again, I missed it.
So Illis was about to go to Ice Palace, but apparently got off at the wrong stop. And gonna go get potions before heading into Ice Palace.
Seems legit.
And then Illis is gonna also head for Aga 1.
Alright, so now the question is, who's the first to make the check? I could actually see Illis going straight to pod after this, actually. Complete pod, go to ice, and then take the 66% chance. I can totally see it.
Especially with the big key being the first... Especially with the big key being the first in the first chest. Which means at least 2 keys have to be on the Bowlock side. You could just go straight for a Helmasaur. I mean, you're setting up basically a god pod at that point.
Oh, right, it would be. It is a god pod. Ooh, wow. But now the question, though, do you dig? How comfortable are you with Master Sword is the next question.
I mean, you would be taking a gamble, but Master Sword, I mean, you've got silvers. It's not like you have to do Master Sword silverless cannon.
True.
But...
Oh, okay, we're getting... we just got confirmation from our tracker. All 4 items have been obtained in Thieves Town.
Okay, so we're not missing anything on blind.
Oh no, Seto. Seto, what are you doing? Uh-oh. Seto has left Thieves Town.
Ouch.
Wait. Might be going over his notes? So again, guys, we're looking for 7 blue balls and an AGA. So this is going to be a little bit.
And we're finally about to see what's in a Genis cave. Unfortunately, Seto, your cape is in another town. And now Gus is going to make the play for Meyer for the bow.
Alright, question in chat from Zen Trigger. What are they looking for at this point? Illus is what I like to call Schrodinger's go mode. They know where the ice rod is. They're probably picking it up very shortly. And then they 66% chance of it being able to enter Turtle Rock at this point. Len needs to go see Catfish for the fire rod, and then would be in the same boat. Gus is obtaining his bow, and at this point will have the same exact knowledge. Seto needs to go back to Thieves Town to go get his cape, to go get his mitts, to then enter Meyer. But unfortunately, the hint for the bow was also in the back of Thieves Town, which he did not get, I believe.
No, I don't think so. Alright, Lynn's just showing off. You got silver arrows, but still gonna do Cape Master Sword strats.
Maybe they forgot they had the bow? I mean, they did just get it.
I just saw it on the tracker. Alright, Ice Rod acquired for Illis, and also gonna head for an Ice Palace.
Wrong button.
Alright, Spike Cave check, Red Shield. Alright, Lynn's now playing badminton with the big eyeball and gets it done. Wait.
Gus forgot to hit the switch.
Ah.
I had the same exact response. I was like, what do you do? Oh, he forgot to hit the switch. Okay. There we go. There's the bow.
Wait, someone in chat is saying Illis has bombos.
Was Bombos the second item in Meyer, I guess?
Bombos, we weren't paying attention. So, yeah,
maybe?
Illis is in go mode.
Yep, there we go. Confirmation, I just saw it. Let's see if Illis has it. No, Illis does not. Okay. Okay, it was in the vanilla Samaria chest. So Illis just oh boy.
Alright. So Lynn apparently has it. Illis doesn't.
Yeah, it was in the vanilla Big Key chest. Or the vanilla Samaria chest. So a bit out of the way for Illis in their opinion. See if that comes back to bite him.
We at least know where it is. Should we need to get it.
Yeah, so we are in no mode. Lin needs to go visit Catfish. And they will be in go mode.
Seto is now heading for the back of Thieves Town, so hopefully will not duck out again.
Yep. Alright, gets his knowledge about the bow.
Alright, Illis puts Cold Stare in a corner, but with only Master Sword, can't keep Cold Stare there for long. And Cold Stare's down.
And Gus skipping out on Bombos as well. Oh boy. Illis taking the chance that, or taking the path that I figured they would be taking. Seto now with the knowledge that they can finally obtain the Titan's Mitts and they're back on track. Yep, so for those asking, Bombos was in Misery Mire in the chest where you obtain the Cane of Samaria in the vanilla game, the big chest. So both Gus and Illus skipped that chest.
Yeah, for those that are just joining us, it's been quite the seed. We had Ice Rod on Lumberjack Ledge, so we knew Aga was required from the jump. And then we had an interesting chain of events where the bow was in Misery Mire, Titan's Mitts were on Bumper Cave, which meant you needed the cape out of Thieves Town to basically complete that chain.
Yup. What's that one ride in Disneyland? I think Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. That's kind of what this is. Yep, Ella's just going for it.
Taking the risk. Turtle Rock will be next after this.
And we will know if it is a hard stop or a go mode.
I mean, the Titan's Mitts blocking a lot of things. Like, we're an hour 12 in, and we're at crystal number 6. I mean, this is a pretty much almost a jet seed in some ways.
Yeah, for the most part. Hour and a half is usually a good time.
Alright, time for Helmasar. Alright, Helmasar down, that is crystal number 6 for Illus.
Alright. So in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Oh boy, there's the book. Not that I think we're going to be seeing it used, but there's the book. Alright, here we go. So if this is Bombos, Illus, where do you go? Because this is going to hurt if it is Bombos. You skipped the entirety of Palace of Darkness.
And Ice Palace.
And Ice Palace. You've skipped the worst possible location in Misery Mire, although it's not that bad on a re-enter. Do you go into Desert? You check Bombos and Ether.
We're about to find out. Illis will hit the pegs, hit the warp. Moment of truth. Is Illis screwed? Survey says... Nope!
Quake! Go mode!
1 hour, 15 minutes, 23 seconds. Illis is in go mode.
Good call. Lucky call, but a good call. Now, how good of a go mode Turtle Rock is this? Turtle Rock go mode is pretty much the same as a normal Turtle Rock, unfortunately.
Oh,
maybe you get to skip the laser bridge.
Well, with the first item being there, if Lynn decides to go for Turtle Rock without going to Catfish, they're going to be forced out immediately because at least the one key you have to get is going to be on the Fire Rod side.
Yeah, that's going to be like their only saving grace. Ew, only one key.
Which means Chain Chomps have the second one.
It has been a long time since I've only seen one key in Turtle Rock on the entrance area. Usually I see two.
Gus is also going for it. He will be rewarded. Oh no!
Oh no!
Lynn just got a hint that there's a unique item on Sahasrahla.
Oh no! And they're gonna get the book! Oh no! Well, what could Saw have? Mushroom powder. Single arrow, we haven't seen that yet.
Either way, not the thing Lynn will want to see.
No. Oh, did we find? Oh, I'm being reminded. I think we might have found it. Oh yeah, we did see the single arrow. Lynn is not go-moding Pod. They can't, actually, which is good. Gus did, though.
Yeah, Lynn can't because they're still looking for Fire Rod.
Out of all the hints to get, that is the most evil one, considering we know what's on Trinex. Or not Trinex, Helm. We know what's on Trinex. Trinex is Ganon's tower access.
Alright, Illis has the key, the next key, so no laser bridge, can go right for Trinex.
That's good. This is the go-boat part of Turtle Rock. But I perceive them going down Laser Bridge to opening the escape door.
Especially when you have 5 hearts and you're on Master Sword.
Or not.
Well, Illis has I know we found a red potion, and I think Illis still has a blue potion.
Yeah, that's true, they do.
Alright, are we gonna see a menu simulator from Illis using the hammer?
You almost have to with regular magic.
Yep, that's what he's doing.
Denied! Ooh.
But does have that blue potion, so we're good. Alright, phase 1 done. Very nice Trinex fight from Illis.
Alright guys, let's get your guesses in for the GT Big Key.
Because officially with that 7 crystal, it means it's time for the game we all love to play. There are 22 locations where that Ganon's Tower Big Key can be in the basement of Ganon's Tower. If you want to play in our guessing game, guess the number between 1 and 22. Well, this is a daily game, so I don't want to talk about subscribing because, well, really nothing's on the line. Duke Firebird, what's your guess?
I always guess lucky number 13. That's just me.
I'm gonna say 7, and Illis is walking away from a tempered sword right now. Seto just found it in Hookshot Cave.
Oh boy. Unfortunately, that's not gonna help Seto too much, but we will find out. I think this lead is potentially insurmountable from this, but let's find out. Now, if Lynn goes... Well, actually, no. Lynn can't go to Turtle Rock right now, because if they do, they are going to be royally boned. Alright, if Lynn goes to 6, they're following the hint. They're following the hint.
Alright, 1 and 2 was at least a small key and a piece of heart, so Illis is going right. Alright, so Seto is also in go mode, but has not done pot or iced yet. 3, 4. Whoa!
Never mind.
Illis found the 4th sword in GT, so he's at least got tempered for Ganon. Man, Illis has been getting lucky on these gambles. Alright, 7 is the map. Alright, 8, 20 bucks, 9. Heart container, 10. Small key, 11. Another small key. $12. Piece of heart.
Hey, Firebar Chest, let's do it.
Piece of heart. Alright, here we go. 14. $20, 15. Another 20, 16. Piece of heart, 17. 3 20s and a piece of heart. So we got Bob's Chest, Ice Armos, and Tile Room.
Oh boy. You know, strange thought occurs. If Gus goes pure right, we're gonna have a race. Little behind, but we'll have a race.
Alright, Bob, number 18. $50.
Oh boy.
Alright, moment of truth. 19. $20. 20. 21. There it is!
Oh, 21.
Alright. Checking chat. According to the actual rules where you're allowed to go over, Digital D17 guessed 22, which would be the closest. So we're gonna go ahead and give it to Digital D, and so Digital D, congratulations, you have won a year's supply of randomizer seeds. All you have to do is go to ALTTPR.com and claim your prize! Offer only valid to version 32 of the randomizer. Offer completely ignores the fact that anybody can go to ALTTPR.com and claim the prize. The randomizer is for everyone. Have your randomizer last longer than 4 hours. Please consult the spoiler log. Have your doctor check you for eye suckitis, which involves an addiction to powder and potions. Terms and conditions apply. Void where prohibited. Japan 1.0 ROM not included. 12840. Illness is in the gauntlet. Very nice setup so far in the gauntlet. Alright, Gus is on his way to Ganon's tower at this point. 3 strikes, the Lambos are out.
Well, Gus picked up his tempered sword at least. I just now noticed that. And Illus making their way through GT, blazing through it.
And Lynn, meanwhile, is heading for Ganon's tower without the fire rod, or Turtle Rock without the fire rod, and gonna get a rude awakening.
At least it's immediate.
Alright. Ooh, Illis, be careful. Got it. Alright, time for the Geometry Wars. Only got a single off of that one. Nice double. Gonna be really hard to get a triple here, but gets one. So just two more to go. And gets it done. Illis has Aga 2 down 1-2, 1-2, and it is time for the big pig. To your earlier point, Duke, Gus did not decide to go full right. He's heading left, so not going to save any time there.
Yep, unfortunately. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of checks on the left side. To be fair.
He was also down to 2 hearts, but that gets the clutch 4th heart piece on that double fire bar chest. On to phase 3 for Illis. Alright, 1 arrow, 3 more to go. Misses the torch glitch, but with that half magic, should be totally fine. It's a nice double there, so just 1 more, and that will do it!
GG's in chat for Illis.
Just gotta wait on the door, and that will finish things off. And with that walk through the door, Illis finishes in 2nd place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 1 second. Spam those GG's in chat. Pink Kitty Rose came in 1st place with an SRL time of 1:31:28. And it looks like we will have those joining us for in chat here in a minute. And joining us in chat is Illis, GG.
GG.
So, how are you sweating out that Bombos tablet or medallion on the way up to Turtle Rock?
I totally was sweating. I was thinking about it all the time, like, if it's Bombos, then I might have to come back, but yeah. In the end, I was pretty indecisive. Maybe wanted to go to Ice Palace. Then I took my time thinking about it when I went through Agatoa and thought, if you want to beat PKR, you have to risk it, but in the end, I did beat her.
Do you want to know where it was?
Where was it?
Big Chest in Misery Mire.
Oof. Oh, that's surprising. I wouldn't have thought.
So, we knew from the jump that AGA 1 was going to be required for the Ice Rod. But, you know, you kind of waited out until, I imagine when you got the boots and whatnot before actually seeing that Ice Rod was there.
Yeah, I usually wait till I get boots to check that location, because knowing my luck, I usually find boots in GT, and then the lumberjack check is just a waste of, I don't know, 40 seconds or so. So I'd rather not do it most of the time.
That makes sense. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, the seed was pretty straightforward. I mean,
If
you had the... I mean,
if you went into Thieves Town.
Yeah. I mean, to pretty much get that logic chain of Cape to Titan's Mitts to Bow.
Yeah, I was, especially with that hint in Thieves Town, I was like, okay, great, now I just need to find that cape. Let's just finish this dungeon and go to the south Dark World and all that, and then suddenly I found the cape in the big chest and was in Go mode. Or in 2/3 of Go mode, I guess.
Schrodinger's Go mode.
Yeah, basically that.
Yeah, up until that blasted hint in Thieves Town, we were like, oh god, there are so many possibilities for Pedestal, and then that hint, and then it's like, well, you just dashed all of our hopes and dreams. Thanks.
I guess I was the first in the restream to get there.
You were.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, great. After going to Eastern Palace early, I thought like, yeah, gotta take some more risks, maybe clear out Thieves Town. That's not what most people do, and so I did, and that's how this run came to be.
Yeah. You and Gus were the ones that went to Sahasrara to get the Power Glove. And so you guys ended up not doing AGA early. Lynn took a long time to get the Moon... Well, did AGA 1 thinking Moon Pearl was going to be on the Pyramid Ledge, and then found it at Hobo. Seto had Dark World access, but still chose to go ahead and do AGA 1 anyway, once they knew that Ice Rod was going to be required.
Yeah, in the end, even if you did AGA for Dark World access, it didn't cost you a lot because of the item on Lumberjack, so good for Lynn, I guess.
Unfortunately, Lynn has not been to Catfish to get the Fire Rod, and is now basically combing all of the overworld trying to find it. We also got a painful hint that there's a unique item on... one of the hint in Pod was that there's a unique item on Sahasrara, so Lynn went to go get the green pendant, and I don't know if Lynn's turned it in yet.
Yeah, that sounds painful. But yeah, that catfish, that Fire Rod on catfish was something really mean, and I'm glad after emptying out Swamp Palace that I went there and risked it, I guess, because I tend to skip catfish as well, and yeah, I'm glad I didn't this time.
Alright, Gus is in the Geometry Wars at this point. Alright, let's get everyone caught up. Dragon Strike, 1988. third place, 138.39. Wes, fourth place, 138.45. AK Drizzt, fifth place, 139.12. And Marknificent, sixth place, 140.06. And as I finish all that, Gus has Agatu down and getting ready for their big pig fight. That was the other thing that was we were worried about for you, Illis, was the fact that you found the third sword in GT. Do you want to know where the fourth was?
Yes, please.
Hookshot Cave.
I thought about going into Hookshot Cave, but yeah. You know, I had so many locations open, and the chances of finding a sword were so slim. So I thought, yeah, sure, go for the Master Sword Ganon. You're probably gonna save more time than trying to find a sword, and if it was in Hookshot Cave, then it's a bit unfortunate, but I still lucked out, I guess.
I'm getting your stats on our screen now. Looks pretty good. No deaths, no favorite revivals, 4 save and quits, and a 135 collection rate. Not bad.
Yeah, I think I could have done a bit better execution-wise. Some things were a bit sloppy. Like I needed potions for Trinix as well as Cold Stare. And yeah, I mean, that's just a bit of nitpicking. I'm really content with how my run went, but you know, some things here and there could have gone better.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I mean, Master Sword / Hammer Trinax with regular magic, yeah, I mean, potions are almost a given.
Yeah, that's why I went for the potions, and I would have been a bit more happy with, if I didn't really need them, but yeah, that's why I buy them, to prevent accidents like that.
And as you guys finish that up, Gus finishes in 7th place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 42 minutes, and 31 seconds. GG's, he'll be here in a minute. Seto, meanwhile, has gotten all 7 crystals and is on his way to Ganon's tower. Lyn finally got the fire rod, so they're now in go mode.
Yay.
Go Lyn.
Alright, Lyn's dropping into Moth. Ooh. Yeah, nicely done, Lyn. Alright. Well, else you're welcome to stick around with us as the other runners finish, but I can't really think of anything else got for you, but just like that, Gus jumps in. GG, Gus. Gus, are you there? Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right, we can hear you now. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So, same question I had for Illis, I have for you. How are you sweating out that Bombos medallion?
I gotta say, like, the whole time I was like, yeah, I was really afraid about that, but I mean, at that point, you kind of just have to go for it. I mean, yeah.
Do you want to know where it was?
Sure.
Big chest in Misery Mire.
Oh, yeah, that would have been really bad if that was the Bomber's medallion.
I had the exact same reaction, by the way.
If that had been the Bomber's medallion, I would probably not have come back from this in my everything. Like, probably one of the last vacations. So that was definitely a huge relief.
Yeah, both of you were, why can't I get the word out? Both of you guys went to Saha, got the Power Glove early, and didn't check Lumberjack, so it was a while until both of you had the boots from Hype Cape before you actually saw that the Ice Rod was on Lumberjack Ledge.
Yeah, I mean, well, by the time I checked I got the Fire Rod, and then, of course, the Master Sword, which, at that point, like, it kind of makes sense to check what's on Lumberjack, because you can complete Jag 1. So, I was a little bit annoyed by that, but, I mean, no, it's just the way it is. But then, like, within, like, 3-4 minutes, I knew where all the item was, so, yeah, I pretty much just had to go and collect everything.
Yeah, it was really nice to know where all the items are and to just collect them. You were, I was really early in go mode basically, but there was just so much to do, and in the end, it still ended up being a 134 for me.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising really, because I mean, it was around the 1 hour mark something, I think, when I knew where all the item was, so I mean, still being like 142 easy for me. So. But I mean, both the swords were tucked up there in that mountain as well. I had a lot of trouble with execution in this seed really, which was like the one thing I was really frustrated about.
Alright, well, let's update on times real quick. Cassidy Moe in 8th place, 147.03. Frostbite 3030, 9th place, 147.55. I mean, the other thing that was kind of note that we were kind of interested in was that the whole time, I think, Gus, you were the first one that saw that Titan's mitts were on Bumper Cave. And, like, we were doing this whole thing of, like, okay, what's the cruelest thing we can do to get, to have Cape on pedestal? And then, well, Cape was required because you needed it for Bo and Meyer, and then, like, basically we went from, like, so many things could be on the pedestal to nothing can be on the pedestal.
I'm sorry, I had to walk away for a moment, so I didn't quite catch what you said there.
Oh, we were talking. That's fine. We were talking about the fact that we were trying to figure out what could be on pedestal, and then our dreams were kind of dashed because of the hint that the bow was in Meyer, which meant the cape had to be in front of Bo and Titan's mitts, which was in Thieves Town. But it was funny how, like, we went from so many things could be on the pedestal to, well, pedestal's dead.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of my reaction too, because, like I said, like, within, like, 5 minutes or something, like suddenly I knew where like my last 5 items were. Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, it was a kind of a straightforward seed, and you guys were one off of each other in terms of collection rate.
Yay.
Alright, so meanwhile, we got Seto climbing the gauntlet. Lynn has into the back of Turtle Rock, so will be on their way to Ganon's Tower shortly. Seto's got to be a little careful here getting through the door. Gets it.
You know, the one advantage that Lynn has over everyone else that did, they're the only one who's going to get to do a Tempered Sword Trinac.
I think Seto also did Tempered Sword Trinax, because I think Seto did, Seto was checking, but the reason why Seto didn't do Turtle Rock last was because I think they were checking, doing the Bombos check for Turtle Rock, and so did Hookshot Cave before.
Oh, I missed Turtle Rock. I definitely missed that. Whoops.
Alright, well, catching up real quick, Plasma Kappa just came in 10th place, 151.32. GG's to Plasma Kappa. Gus, I just figured out what your file name was.
Yeah, it's kind of cryptic, right? It's a picture of me.
Beautiful.
Alright, Lynn has Trinex down as Seto heads into the Geometry Wars. Ooh, 2 doubles. And Agatu down for Seto as Lynn heads into Ganon's Tower.
Man, found the picture-perfect pixel to not move left or right on those swings on Seto's end.
Very nice. And into phase 3 we go. Ooh, just a bit outside on that first hit for Seto. And Lynn's gonna show us what's in Tile Room.
Seed's been trolly enough, why not?
Just a big 20. Alright, Ganon down for Seto. Just gotta wait on the door and Seto will be done. And with that, Seto 10.987 finishes with an official SRL time of 1:56.45. GG's to Seto. So since Lynn's doing it, Illis and Gus, I'll ask you, did you guys have any thought about going full right?
I don't usually go full right. I mean, if the seed has been really trolly, I might sometimes do that. But usually, I mean, if I find a key to the left, I will check those 4 chests to those 4 additional chests to the right, and then go left.
I personally tend to not go right. Like if I'm planning to go the right, I'm just using Dark Magician, and that's what I do if I feel like I did badly, or if I feel like I'm behind. Then I'm going for the Dark Magician strats. Else, it really depends. But not so many times I decide to go and full clear the right side before checking the left side.
That makes sense. Seto will be joining us. Lucille finished in 12th place with 1:57.59. And into the gauntlet for Lynn. And, Seto joins us in chat. GG.
Thank you and GG's. Wow. That was a seed.
Yeah, I unfortunately, let's talk about that Thieves Town.
Yeah. To be honest, right at that point, I probably should have kept going. My SRL had actually just crashed, and I was trying at the same time to get that back up, and I just wasn't thinking about it, and it ended up biting me really bad.
Yeah.
I was wondering what was going on about that, because I just saw you, like, pause, and I looked over in the IRC, and I saw that you had PC'd, so I was like,
Yeah, SRL kicked me out, and then it just kept refusing to let me log in for like 15 minutes until it finally let me in. But yeah, other than that, I checked Lumberjack, which normally I don't do right off the bat. Got lucky with that. There was an ice rod. Let me gamble Aggie early. Got me a little bit of combination on checks, so I could just use that mirror and go back and forth. So other than that, though, pretty interesting seed.
Yeah, you and Lynn were the ones that actually did the early AGA check or Lumberjack check of the featured runners. And I think you were the one that had Dark World access, but still chose to do the AGA one because of that ice rod play.
Well, I didn't have my glove just yet. It was a Sahasrahla.
Right, I forgot about that part.
Which I figured it was probably in the eastern area, but I knew I had to do it for Lumberjack, so with that mirror in hand, I could just try to combine pod and eastern. Unfortunately, it was bow locked, and I didn't want to waste that one potion, so I didn't go on in there.
Yeah, I forgot that you had already had the, you actually did Swamp Palace without the glove, which actually, that was one of the things that was interesting, was that all of you, like, after either getting Dark World access or doing, AGA 1, all converged on Swamp Palace.
Well, typically, Swamp Palace is a pretty strong play. It just had junk today.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised at that as well. I thought Swamp had to have something, so I fully cleared it, but it turned out to be nothing.
And just thinking about it, I'm glad I did not try the potion glitch on pod, because I ended up not having to check anything in there.
Yeah, Lynn, unfortunately, did not have the fire rod going into pod off a catfish, so we saw what was in pod, and it was all garbo, except the worst part was the hint in pod said that there was a unique item on Sahasrahla, so Lynn then went to Desert to get the green pendant.
What did that item turn out being? Because we had the single arrow.
Mushroom.
Mushroom.
We just saw Lynn pick up powder in the last chest before Trolldorm 2.
Ah, that's where it was. I gotta say, probably my biggest regret in the seed, I didn't want to gamble that Turtle Rock entry. I went up the mountain pretty early to see if it was Quake or Ether. Probably shouldn't have done that, but at the same time, I got the full go mode thing, so...
Oh yeah, we didn't tell you where Bombos was.
Oh, do I want to know where Bombos was?
Well, I'm gonna tell you whether you want to or not. It was in the big chest in Misery Mire.
Ew. Well, I'm glad it turned out to be Quake for Turtle Rock.
Yep.
yeah.
Alright, just gonna catch up real quick on times. JR Racing Fan, 13th place, 201.11. Humbug, 14th place, 203.27. But yeah, Seto, other than the Thieves Town snafu, pretty straightforward for you. I can't really think of anything else that was discussion worthy.
Yeah, other than that, it was pretty straightforward.
Ooh, had a shot at a triple there from Lynn, but only managed to get one off. But that should be the force skewer, and that will do it. And with that, Lin finishes in 15th place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 5 minutes, 27 seconds. GG's to Lin. Who will be joining us here momentarily. And Lin, welcome to chat. GG.
GG, I guess.
Hey, you still
well
finished.
I mean,
catfish. Let's
Yep.
talk about it.
I mean, the moment I crossed that gap with the hook shot without the glove is the moment I opened it, basically, and I already lost at this point because that's something I'm gonna check at the very last. That's it. I didn't have a glove, so I couldn't check it, and I already opened it at this point.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, because you were one of the first ones. You were the first one to check that the ice rod was on Lumberjack Cave, and then actually did Agate Tower without having found the glove or the moon pearl.
I mean, like, at this point, there's 2 pendant in the light world. You have 1 chance out of 7 that you don't need that ice rod, and I just didn't want to take it. And I have a mirror. At this point, I can basically route kinda good by just, like, if the moon pearl is not on pyramid, then I can mirror and check. Basically, whatever is on Eastern, Eastern or pod at this point.
No, it makes sense. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, that's fine. And that's how I basically early routed without checking anything in the eastern side, because I had a mirror. I know there was an ice rod. There's a 1 chance out of 7 that I don't need that. I just went to Aga at this point. After finding my Master Sword on Zora.
Yeah, totally makes sense. I mean, you were the one that found Bombos' medallion for us, because otherwise, the whole time that Illis and Gus were on their way without it, we were kind of wondering, like, okay, is Turtle Rock going to be Bombos or not? But because of you, we knew where it was.
As for me, I totally gambled trying to beat PKR, but it did not work out in the end.
I mean, there's another thing as well. After I got my bow in Mire, like, I got the hint in Pearls of Darkness that there was a unique item on Sarsola on the green pendant, and at this point, like, you already found, like, the bug net, the single arrow, the shovel, one of the boomerangs. Like, there are so many items out of that pool yet that you have to try it. That it's gonna be the fire rod. But, yep, that was a mushroom.
What was on that mushroom, actually?
A bottle.
Great.
Okay, I missed what the item was, and I saw the text, and I was like, what does that mean? I had to try it at the point. Like, I didn't have any hint for catfish, and like so many unique items out of the pool. I just had to go for that green pendant at this point. But yeah, like I said, I already lost it the moment I crossed to West Darkwold without the glove, without being able to check catfish, basically. Like, that's... I mean, I know Illis and I have kind of a similar gameplay, and like at this point you orphan that catfish and you never check it until the end.
Yeah,
if you don't have the glove.
In your position, I probably would have done the same. I was just a bit luckier in this one, and it turned out to be totally different for me.
Like, I guess that I knew that Ice Rod was there very early, and that actually what kinda
made the seed bad for me because I knew that was something that was gonna be required, and I rushed Aga at this point.
Cool. Well, again, GG's to all of you. Any final thoughts before we begin to wrap up shop here?
That was totally good practice for my upcoming matches, so that was very good.
Yeah,
Especially
I wanted to say,
who my opponents are.
good luck against Ben and Raymond next week, or this week rather. I know you can beat them, really. Like they are not unbeatable.
That was bad luck. Like, to be honest, I actually think my early route was very good. It's just that the fire road was there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if it wasn't for that fire rod, you probably would have had maybe about a 140-ish, somewhere around.
No, I don't know. I'm not mad about what I did. To me, that was a good play. It's just the fire road in the bad spot. That's it.
Right. That makes perfect sense. Does that happen?
Well, once again, GG's to all four of our featured runners today: Illis, Lin and Lin, Seto, 10987, and Gus. Again, please be sure to give all of them a follow on Twitch for giving us the pleasure of watching them do this race. One last thing before we do wrap up: Matt the Ogre just came in 16th place at 2:10.13. So again, please be sure to give all of our featured runners a follow on Twitch. One final shout out to our trackers, Link, Force Zero, and Literally Jen, the unsung heroes of the Link to the Past randomizer community. We could not have done it, especially on a quad race. So shout outs to both of our trackers.
Yep. And for those of you who still want to get some more of a rando fix, tonight at 9 o'clock, we got a Crossworld Key Sanity.
Man, if I wasn't already busy, I would totally want to be calling that race, but I got plans tonight, unfortunately. Duke Firebird.
Yeah, those kind of things are crazy.
Yeah, Duke Firebird, it was certainly a pleasure having you in the commentary booth today.
Oh, yeah, pleasure to work with you again, as always.
Yep. So, with that, thank you to the Speak Gaming staff who take care of all this stuff behind the scenes. Thank you for everyone for their subs and bit donations. All that is what keeps the lights on here at the Speed Gaming network of channels. One quick shout out, as a couple of the runners mentioned, there is an ALTTP League that is starting up because there will not be a spring tournament. So please be sure to keep an eye on the lookout because we're going to have races starting up next week for that. So for Illis, Lin, Seto, Gus, Jen, Link Force, and Duke Firebird, I am Jex Reffy. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next mission.
Catch you guys next rando.